So this is the graph. So I will import the question that we use this graph to solve into this platform now. So let's go. So now that we have the problem, so now we have three of them, 1, 2, and 3. We need to take note of the equation that we used in the first place, and the equation is 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is equal to what? 0. So that is our y is equal to y. Now that's our y. So first they ask us to use the graph to estimate the root of the equation. This is our equation. That's our y. Let me just remove the 0. Okay, let me just write the y there. So we are now saying that we should use this graph to estimate the value of, this is what, 2x squared minus 7x is equal to what? 26. And this is still the same as when you have 2x squared minus 7x minus 26 is equal to what? 0. So what we have here is, what do you do to 26 to have minus 9? So you minus, you add 17 to it. So you now say 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 minus 17 is equal to 0. It's still the same thing, because minus 9 minus 17 is minus 26. So 17 will go to the other side. So you now say 2x squared minus 7x minus 9. So it will be equal to 17, because when 17 comes here, it becomes what? Minus. And we know that our 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is equal to what? Y. So our y will be equal to what? 17. So we are going to draw the line at 17 and see where it crosses the graph. So this is what? 15. So our 17 will be what? Here. So we draw it to this side, we draw it to this side, and see where it crosses the graph. So this is it. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So we will now do what? We will trace it down from that spot so that we can see where it crosses the x-axis. So this is the first one, and this is the second point. So these are the 2 points that it crosses. That line that we have drawn crosses the graph. So this one, like I said, so when you take 2 steps, that is when you get to take 1 unit. So this is 2. Okay, when you take 2 from this place to this place is what? Is 1 unit. And when you take 1 step, this will be what? 2.1. So this will be what? 2.2. So when you count it, you will get your 3. So this is what? 2.2. So the root of the equation, our first problem, is will be what? Minus 2.2. And this will be what? 5 and 6. So when this will be 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, and 5.8. So the 2 point will be what? 2.2, and what? This is not even 2. So this is 5.8. 5.8. So that is question 1. Now the coordinate of the minimum value of y. So the minimum value of y is on the point 15. So the coordinate, they want to know the vertical and horizontal component of the minimum value of y. So we just take it down and we take it to this side. So this will be what? 15 and what? 2. So question 2. is what? The coordinate of the minimum value of y is what? 2. So x will come on the front, and then you have your y. So this is the coordinate of the minimum value of y. Now the range at which 2x squared minus 7x is less than 9. So we can take this a step further. Let me do it here. So we can say 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is less than 0. So, and this is what? Our y. Don't let us forget. So our y is less than what? 0. So when you take a look at this, this point, so at this point downward, at this point downward, so it will be the root of this equation. So the first one, it crosses it at point -1, and then it crosses this one. So this will be 4.5. So this will be what? 4.6. So it crosses it at point, let me continue from here. It crosses the line at point -1 and what? 4.6. Now, so what are those values? So it's from this place to this place. So you write your x. So x is greater than what? -1, and is also less than what? 4.6. So that is the answer to all these 3 questions that we are supposed to use this graph to solve. So the first question, let me take a review back, is to use the graph to estimate the root of the equation this. So, and we have to do some simple calculations here. So we said 2x squared minus 7x equal to 26. And then we said, what do we do? So 26 come to this side. So we have 2x squared minus 7x minus 26 equal to 0. So then we said, what can we do to 26 so that we can have our y? So we have 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 minus 17. Minus 9 minus 17 is the same thing as what? 26. So our 17 goes to the other side. So we have 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is equal to what? 17. And our 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is equal to what? Y. So our y is equal to what? 17. So then we come to the point here where x is equal to what? 17. So we draw a line and then we trace it what? Down. So where it meets, where it intercepts with the graph that we have drawn, and we take it down to the x-axis. So that is what we read to get our first answer. And the second one is the coordinate of the minimum value of y. So this is the minimum value of y. So we trace it up, we trace to the side. So when we trace to the side, it will give us what? Minus 15. So this is the x-axis. So our y-axis. So our x-axis is what? 2. So it is what? 2 and what? Minus 5. So, and the last one, the range of value for which 2x squared minus 7x is what? Less than 9. So 9 will come to this place, it becomes what? Minus. So 2x squared minus 7x minus 9 is less than 0. And so this is our y. So y is less than what? 0. So when you talk about y is less than 0, we are talking about this downward part. So, and where did it start from? It starts from point this when x is greater than -1 and it is less. It is less. So anything that you have after 4.6 will be greater than 0. So that is our question. So this is the answer to the problems. Thank you very much for watching.